Hello everyone and welcome back to the Change Dude podcast. I am your host Said Rafe. Today we are embarking on an exciting journey into the world of Web 3.0, a term that has been buzzing around tech circles, promising a revolution in how we interact with the internet. This episode is all about unleashing Web 3.0, understanding the future of decentralized innovations. So over the next few minutes, we will explore the current state of Web 3.0, trace its roots, and dive deep into its components. We will look at practical realities, possibilities, challenges, and what it all means for developers, businesses, and everyday users. So sit back, relax, let's understand Web 3.0 together and unlock the future. Let's begin with the present. Today, Web 3.0 is emerging as a transformative evolution of the internet. A shift from centralized model to one that's decentralized, trustless, and user-empowered. At its core, Web 3.0 is about giving control back to users. It's about rethinking ownership, privacy, and data in a way that challenges the traditional gatekeepers of the internet. Imagine an internet where you truly own your data, where you can seamlessly interact with decentralized applications without intermediaries, and where transactions and interactions are secure, transparent, and verifiable. That's the promise of Web 3.0. Right now, we are seeing the early stages of this transformation. Blockchain technology is the backbone of Web 3.0, and its applications are expanding rapidly from cryptocurrencies and smart contracts to decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens, also known as NFTs. Tech giants, startups, and even governments are exploring and investing in Web 3.0 technologies, signaling a significant shift in the digital landscape. Yet, for all its promise, Web 3.0 is still in its nascent stage. There are challenges for scalability, user adoption, regulatory hurdles, and interoperability issues, to name a few. But as with any paradigm shift, early challenges pave the way for long-term innovations and breakthroughs. To understand where we are headed, it's useful to look back at how we got here. The concept of Web 3.0 didn't emerge overnight. It is the result of decades of technological evolution. The journey began with Web 1.0, the early internet. In those days, websites were static and information flowed in one direction, from publishers to users. Web 1.0 was largely about reading and consuming content without much interaction. Then came Web 2.0. This phase transformed the internet into an interactive, user-driven space. Social media platforms, blogs, and dynamic websites emerged. Users could now create, share, and interact with content, and platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube reigned supreme. However, this phase also brought with it centralization. A few large corporations controlled much of the data and user interactions, leading to concerns about privacy, data ownership, and the power imbalance between users and tech giants. Web 3.0 is the response to these concerns. It's a vision for an internet that is decentralized and gives control back to the users. The catalyst for this transformation was the advent of blockchain technology, first popularized by Bitcoin in 2009. Blockchain introduced the concept of decentralization in a secure and verifiable way. Soon after, Ethereum expanded these ideas with smart contracts, which allowed developers to build decentralized applications on top of a blockchain. As these technologies matured, the term Web 3.0 started to gain traction. It signified not just a set of technologies, but a shift in philosophy toward transparency, user sovereignty, and decentralization. Today, Web 3.0 encompasses a wide array of topics that we will explore in detail in the following segments. Web 3.0 is not a single technology, but a convergence of multiple innovative fields. Let's explore the core components in detail. On the top of that list is decentralization. Decentralization is the cornerstone of Web 3.0. Unlike the current internet, which is dominated by central servers and corporate controlled platforms, Web 3.0 relies on distributed networks. This means that data is stored across multiple nodes, reducing the risk of single points of failure and giving users greater control over their information. Decentralization empowers peer-to-peer interactions and reduces dependency on intermediaries. For example, decentralized social networks allow users to own and monetize their content without giving up control to a central authority. The promise here is a more democratic internet where power is distributed evenly. Users could potentially earn tokens for contributing to the network. And decentralized governance models like DAOs, which stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organizations, could reshape how organizations are run. Now, the second component is blockchain technology. Blockchain is the technology that underpins Web 3.0. It's a distributed ledger that records transactions securely and transparently. Each block in the chain is linked to the previous one, creating an immutable record that is extremely difficult to alter. Blockchain is used in various applications, from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum to supply chain tracking and digital identity verification. Its key features, transparency, security, and decentralization, are driving innovation across industries. In Web 3.0, blockchain could enable a new internet economy. Imagine microtransactions powered by cryptocurrencies, where content creators are directly compensated by their audience without the need for ad revenue or middlemen. Third on the list of components is cryptocurrencies and tokenization. Cryptocurrencies are digital assets that operate on blockchain technology. They are not just currencies, they represent value in a decentralized system. Tokenization extends this concept by representing various assets, rights, or even governance power as tokens. Cryptocurrencies facilitate secure, borderless transactions, and tokenization can unlock liquidity for traditionally illiquid assets. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are a prime example, allowing digital art and collectibles to be bought, sold, and owned uniquely. Tokenization can revolutionize industries like real estate, art, and finance by making it easier to buy, sell, or trade assets. Imagine fractional ownership of expensive assets, or a decentralized finance system where traditional banking is reimagined. Fourth component is smart contracts. Smart contracts are self-executing contracts with terms directly written into code. They automatically enforce agreements once predefined conditions are met. Smart contracts are widely used in DeFi, or decentralized finance, to automate financial transactions without intermediaries. They can also be applied in areas like supply chain management, where automated verification of transactions enhances efficiency and trust. With smart contracts, we could see a future where almost all agreements, financial, legal, or otherwise, are executed automatically, reducing the need for manual oversight and decreasing the possibility for human error or fraud. Fifth on the list of components is decentralized finance, DeFi. DeFi is the financial ecosystem built on blockchain, designed to operate without traditional banks or intermediaries. It includes lending, borrowing, trading, and earning interest through decentralized protocols. DeFi platforms like Uniswap, Compound, and Aave allow users to interact directly with financial services. They are open, transparent, and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. DeFi has the potential to democratize finance, providing financial services to the unbanked and underbanked populations worldwide. It could lead to more inclusive economic systems where financial power is more evenly distributed. Sixth component is non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. NFTs are unique digital assets that prove ownership for a specific item or piece of content using blockchain. They have become particularly popular in digital art and collectibles. NFTs have revolutionized how creators monetize digital content. They allow for verifiable ownership and scarcity, which can drive significant value in markets like art, gaming, and virtual real estate. Beyond art and collectibles, NFTs could be used for identity verification, licensing, and even as a means of rewarding community contributions. They represent a new frontier in digital ownership. Seventh component is decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. DAOs are organizations run by code and governed by token holders rather than a centralized management structure. They operate transparently on the blockchain and enable collective decision-making. DAOs are being used to manage everything from investment funds to community projects. They allow for decentralized governance, giving all members a say in the direction of the organization. The rise of DAOs could fundamentally change how organizations operate, shifting power from traditional hierarchies to democratic, community-driven models. This could foster greater innovation and inclusivity in decision-making processes. Then the eighth component is interoperability and cross-chain communication. Interoperability refers to the ability of different blockchain networks to communicate and work together. Cross-chain protocols are essential to realize the full potential of decentralized systems. Today, most blockchains operate in isolation, which limits the flow of data and value between them. Projects like Polkadot and Cosmos are pioneering solutions to enable seamless interactions across different blockchains. Interoperability will be key to creating a unified, decentralized ecosystem. It can break down the silos between different networks, enabling more comprehensive and versatile applications that leverage the strengths of multiple blockchains. Ninth important component is distributed storage and computing. Traditional centralized servers are giving way to distributed storage solutions like IPFS, Interplanetary File System, and Filecoin. These systems store data across multiple nodes, ensuring redundancy and enhancing security. Distributed storage addresses issues like data centralization and vulnerability to attacks. It offers more robust solutions for storing sensitive data and can support the decentralized nature of Web 3.0 applications. As distributed storage matures, it could transform how we handle data. Imagine a world where your files aren't stored in a single vulnerable data center, but are distributed securely across a global network, ensuring higher resilience and privacy. The 10th important component of Web 3.0 is privacy and data sovereignty. Privacy is a core tenet of Web 3.0. Data sovereignty refers to the concept of individuals should own and control their own data. In an age where data breaches and surveillance are common, this is more important than ever. Current web ecosystems often exploit user data for advertising and other purposes. Web 3.0 aims to return control to the users through technologies like decentralized identity systems and encryption. Imagine an internet where you decide who accesses your data and for what purpose. With advancements in cryptography and blockchain, we could see a future where data privacy is built into the very fabric of the digital world, ensuring that user information is protected by default. And the 11th component is semantic web and AI integration. The semantic web aims to create a more intelligent and connected internet by enabling machines to understand and interpret data contextually. AI and machine learning play a significant role in this vision, helping to transform raw data into actionable insights. While the semantic web is still evolving, we are already seeing its impact in search engine optimization and personalized content delivery. AI-powered recommendation systems, for instance, rely on semantic data to deliver more relevant results. As AI integration advances, the semantic web could lead to more intuitive and responsive digital experiences, making it easier for users to find exactly what they need in an ocean of information. Now, the 12th component, tokenization and new business models. Tokenization involves converting physical or digital assets into tokens on a blockchain. This not only applies to cryptocurrencies, but can also represent assets, rights, or even services. It's at the heart of creating new economic models in the decentralized world. Tokenization is already disrupting industries such as real estate, art, and finance. NFTs are a prime example of tokenization in action, proving digital ownership and creating new revenue streams for creators. The potential for tokenization extends beyond art and collectibles. It could revolutionize how businesses operate by enabling microtransactions, fractional ownership, and innovative incentive structures that reward community engagement. 13th component is governance and regulation in decentralized systems. Decentralized governance is a hot topic in Web 3.0. With DAOs and other decentralized systems, governance is moving away from traditional top-down models towards more democratic and transparent processes. Regulation remains a challenge as governments struggle to keep pace with technological advancements. However, initiatives like EU's Digital Services Act and AI regulations are steps towards creating frameworks that balance innovation with consumer protection. In a decentralized future, governance could become more inclusive, allowing stakeholders to have a direct say in how systems operate. This shift could empower communities and drive more equitable outcomes in digital economies. Now, 14th component is developer tools and infrastructure for Web 3.0. Finally, we will have a look at the infrastructure that supports Web 3.0. This includes specialized developer tools, new programming languages, and platforms that make it easier to build decentralized applications. Tools like Truffle and Hard Hat for Ethereum or frameworks for building dApps are already in use by developers worldwide. These tools are evolving rapidly to simplify the development process and address challenges like scalability and security. As the ecosystem matures, we can expect more robust user-friendly tools that lower the barrier to entry for developers. This democratization of development will be key to the widespread adoption of Web 3.0 technologies. Let's take a moment to summarize what we have covered today in our deep dive into Web 3.0. We began by examining the current state of Web 3.0, a decentralized user-powered vision for internet built on blockchain technology. We traced its evolution from early days of Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 to the emerging paradigms of Web 3.0. We then unpacked the core components that make up Web 3.0. Decentralization, the backbone that distributes power away from central authorities. Blockchain technology, the secure, immutable ledger that underpins the system. Cryptocurrencies and tokenization, the new economic models enabling borderless transactions. Smart contracts and DAOs, tools for automating agreements and decentralized governance. Decentralized finance or DeFi, redefining the financial ecosystem with transparency and inclusion. NFTs and digital ownership, empowering creators through verifiable digital scarcity. Interoperability and distributed storage, ensuring connectivity and data resilience. Privacy, data sovereignty, and the semantic web, transforming how we control and interact with data. Developer tools and infrastructure, the evolving platforms that make decentralized innovation accessible. Each component not only presents practical applications, but also opens up vast possibilities for the future, changing how we interact, transact, and build value online. As we reflect on the transformative potential of Web 3.0, it's clear that we are at the precipice of a new era. The transition from a centralized to a decentralized internet isn't just about technology. It's about reimagining how we connect, collaborate, and create value in the digital age. The journey ahead is filled with both exciting opportunities and significant challenges. Scalability, security, and regulatory hurdles remain as obstacles to overcome. But with ongoing innovation, multidisciplinary collaboration, and a commitment to ethical practices, the future of Web 3.0 is promising. For developers, entrepreneurs, and tech enthusiasts, the takeaway is to stay curious, be willing to experiment, and continuously adapt. Embrace the new tools and methodologies that Web 3.0 brings to the table, and consider how these innovations can be leveraged to build more inclusive, transparent, and resilient systems. Thank you for joining me on this extensive exploration of Web 3.0. Today, we have taken a deep dive into the many facets of the decentralized web, from its historical roots to its current state and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. I have covered each core component in detail, explored real-world applications, and identified both the challenges and opportunities that come with this technological revolution. In summary, Web 3.0 is set to redefine the internet as we know it. It offers a vision of a more democratized, user-centric, and transparent digital ecosystem. As we continue to navigate this space, it's vital for each of us, whether you are a developer, an entrepreneur, or a tech enthusiast, to stay informed, remain adaptable, and contribute to building a future that benefits everyone. The future isn't built overnight. It's the result of continuous innovation, ethical practices, and more importantly, a willingness to embrace change. Your role in this transformation is crucial. Whether you are designing the next groundbreaking D-app, creating digital art through NFTs, or building decentralized finance solutions, every effort counts towards shaping a more equitable and innovative internet. I hope today's episode has provided you with a thorough understanding of Web 3.0 and inspired you to think about how you can be a part of this transformative journey. If you enjoyed this discussion, please subscribe to the Change Dude podcast, leave a review, and share this episode with your friends and colleagues. Your support helps me continue to bring you insightful conversations about the future of technology. Thank you again for listening. I'm Saeed Rafe, and until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and always stay curious. Embrace the change, and let's shape the future together. Goodbye, and see you in the next episode.